Welcome, everybody, to another episode of What's in the Box. My name is Frizz Frizzle. I'm the guardian of the box. And today we've got three brand new contestants. They are comedians. One is a poet, an actual poet. We've got culture on the show. We're going to bring them on right now. The first guest that I'm going to bring on is comedian Isma Almas. Hello, Isma.
Hello.
How are we today?
Really good, thank you.
Absolutely loving the art in your background, because starting doing the show, I've started to judge a lot of the backgrounds of comedians on the show. Who made that art? Did you commission anyone?
Yes, that is by a screen printer called Caroline Rerry.
Very good. We've got plugs in. It's not even minute one of the show. I love it. Next up, it's that poet I was on about. He's a door-to-door poet. I'll quickly ask him what that's all about. It is Rowan McCabe. Hello, Rowan.
Hiya, Fred.
Hello. So, what is a door-to-door poet? Please tell the people at home.
A door-to-door poet is basically me. As far as I know, I'm the only person who does it. I knock on strangers' doors and I write poems for them for free on any subject of their choosing.
Excellent. A skill which we may use in a later round of the show. And thirdly, it's a comedian who I've only been introduced to this week based on late night games of playing Quiplash. It is Liverpudlian comedian Mike Carter. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone.
How are you doing today? Your background is of the starry sky. It's very nice.
Grateful that I woke up because my alarm didn't go off.
Have you literally just woken up?
No, but I've been up for about half an hour, but the alarm was supposed to go off 2 hours ago.
Wow,
to give me time.
You prepared more for this show than I have, which is a good sign. Speaking of the show, we will begin with round one. What's in the box? What's in the box? Round one is called What's in the Box. I've got something in my sleek black box today. I don't know what it is. The guests don't know what it is, but they are going to hazard a guess at what they think it is. They'll most likely be wrong, but it's then up to them to debate why their guess was the closest. So we're going to start with Isma today. Isma, what do you think is in the box?
Deodorant.
Deodorant, yes. What are you implying, Isma? That's fine. Deodorant is your guess. Next up, Mike Carter. What do you think is in the box today?
A Cliff Richard CD single.
A Cliff Richard CD single, very specific. Any specific single?
Wired for Sound.
Wired for Sound, which, to be fair, is a tune. And Rowan McCabe, what do you think is in the box today?
I think it's a pair of tiny ballet shoes for a vole.
Tiny ballet shoes for a vole. So our guesses were deodorant, the Wired for Sound single by Cliff Richard, and tiny ballet shoes for a vole. It is, in fact, lovely. Excellent. It is my birth certificate, everybody. It is my birth certificate. Surname Frizzle. Lovely. Oh, yeah, that's my parents. That's correct. It's all looking pretty correct there. So my birth certificate, everyone. Feel free to screenshot that and try and forge my identity. Isma, you thought that it was deodorant. Please explain why your guess is the best guess out of all three.
Well, you see, when you were born a baby, and then you grew a toddler and an adolescent and an adult, and you need deodorant. And you look like a guy that smells really good.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you my deodorant of choice. It is Shore, Men's Shore, Invisible Ice Fresh. It seems to do the trick. And then I can fan it afterwards because it does get very chalky, very annoying. Mike, you thought it was Wired for Sound by Cliff Richard. Pray tell, why is your guess the closest?
Because it was probably released fairly close to the time that you were born, thus relating it closest to your birth certificate that I can think of.
I'm going to have to do research for that one. Rowan McCabe, you thought it was tiny ballet slippers for a vole. Why was your guess the closest?
Well, as I know from talking to your mum, Frizz, you were born very, very, very small for a child. And also, your mum was really, really keen for you to get into ballet, something I know you've carried on doing throughout your career. And I guess the only way of getting you started that early, really, once you've just been born, was to try and get some tiny ballet shoes. And the only ones you can get that will fit a child of that size are actually designed for small rodents like voles.
Okay, that was wonderful nonsense. I've got points to dish out. Mike, you would have got that had Cliff Richard Wide for Sound not been released a full 6 years before I was born. Yes, I did the research. Rowan, I like your story, but I don't remember any of that. I'm quite a big person. I was born a very, very big baby, practically the height I am now. And that means Isma gets the full 3 points for that round. Very well done, Isma. I will say my favourite phrase of "you were born a baby" might be the title of this episode, because it was very good information. That's the end of round 1. Let's move on to round 2.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Now, usually when I do this show live, I ask audience members to put things in a box. We don't have live audiences right now, so I've asked my guests to prepare their own box with their own items in. They are now going to produce one of the items that they've prepared, and they're going to gift it to another one of the guests. That guest will then have to tell me why that gift is the worst gift in the world. In a round called Thanks, I Hate It. Mike is going to go first in this round, which means your gift will be presented by Isma. Isma, what is the gift that you are giving Mike today?
I am going to give mine from my box, which is actually a bag for life.
Nice.
A Pakistani mango.
A mango, a Pakistani mango, did you say?
Mango, yes.
Lovely. What's the difference?
It grows in Pakistan.
Mind blown. Mike, please explain to me why this Pakistani mango is the worst thing that you've ever received.
That's very simple for me. I don't know if you can tell, I'm not particularly athletic. I'm not very big into fruit. I don't usually eat any fruit. So fruit that's even more exotic, even in name only, would just be frightening to me than any other gift I've received, to be honest, because I know I'd have to eat it and then try and be polite, but I couldn't because the texture of fruit sets me off something horrible.
Oh, I can relate to that, Mike. Also, your opening argument of I'm not an athletic man, I don't like fruit, was also the opening of verse 2 for Wired for Sound.
I've never managed to get
I'm not an
that far.
athletic man. I don't like fruit, but I love big speakers and small speakers. Next up, Rowan, you're going to get a gift from Mike. Mike, what is the gift you're presenting him?
This was also a gift that was given to me, but I've decided to pass it on. It's a framed photo of a spoon.
First, who gave you that gift?
My lovely girlfriend, Rowan.
Excellent. Oh, so you're gifting it to Rowan, which, we've got it. So it's back to where it came from. Rowan, please explain why this framed picture of a spoon is the worst thing you could possibly receive.
Well, in these difficult times, food is very scarce still, and the fact that I'm being taunted with that idea by seeing the spoon hidden behind a glass screen, I feel like it's a subtle jibe at the terror I live through every day.
Okay, so not a lot of yogurt in the Rowan household, is there, at the moment? That's a shame. Isma, you're going to be given a gift now by the lovely Rowan. But Rowan, what is that gift?
That gift is... It's a broken ukulele.
Oh, you're just handing the points to her today. Isma, please explain why a broken ukulele is the worst thing you could possibly be given.
Asians don't play ukuleles.
Is that your mantra for life?
That is it. Yeah, we have no use for a ukulele. It's redundant. It's a Western thing. Asians have no use for ukuleles.
Okay. Has anyone tried to introduce the ukulele to the Asian world?
No.
Oh, what about a tiny sitar?
Queen Victoria, but yeah, it didn't take on.
Okay. Well, good on Queen Victoria for trying. Right, I've got points to dish out. Isma, I believe that. I believe that's a mantra of yours, and yeah, you stuck to it. That's a full 2 points. Mike, I completely resonate with that. I am also not an athletic man, and I don't like fruit, and I love small speakers. So you're getting the 3 points for that. Rowan, I'm just giving you the 1 there because it's only a picture of a spoon. I mean, we have to preserve history. That's all what all these right-wing nuts are telling us this week. So you can't pull spoons down willy-nilly. No, you have to respect the history of the spoon. I don't know what I'm talking about. This show is nonsense. That's the points given there. It's time for round 3.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 3 is called the music round, so called because I collect CDs. CDs have music and CDs are around. Today's featured artist is Pink and her Beautiful Trauma album. But it's not about songs from this album. It's about... I've noticed that Pink loves putting numbers into her songs. Do anyone know any fans of Pink in the room today?
Not particularly.
No, this round is going to be beautiful. It lasts 3 hours as well, so be prepared for that. Yeah, what I noticed about Pink is she likes putting numbers into her songs. So I've collected 9 of these. Some of them are absolutely fake and I've made them up. But you're going to tell me if the song title is a real Pink song or if I've just made it up. We're going to start with Rowan this round. Please, a number between 1 and 9.
8.
Number 8. Did Pink ever have a song called 90210?
I'm going to say no.
You are correct. It is the postcode of Beverly Hills, according to that show that got quite popular in the 90s and then again in the 2010s. Isma, please, a number between 1 and 9.
7.
7. Hurt to be human.
I'm going to say yes.
It is. It is the title of a Pink song and an album as well. And I've only just realised that it's actually a friend of hers called Toby who identifies as human, and that's what it was meant to be, like a robot called Toby. I don't know. Mike Carter, please, a number between 1 and 9.
5.
Number 5, 18-Wheeler. Did Pink have a song called 18-Wheeler? And if so, what was it about?
It sounds like a Nickelback song, but I'll say yes, it was real.
It was. That was a song from Pink. Oh, lots of high scores this round. I love it. Next up, Rowan McCabe, please, number between 1 and 9.
Have I had 1 yet?
We have not.
The 1.
I was hoping that it would go that way. Number 1 is Catch 22. Has Pink ever had a song called Catch 22?
I'm going to go with yes.
You are correct, Rowan, and I think you are a bigger Pink fan than you let on earlier. Isma, a number between 1 and 9.
2.
Number 2. I originally read that as Takes 12, No 1, but it's Takes 1 to No 1. Did Pink ever have a song called this?
Yes.
She didn't, and that story about how I originally read it was a red herring.
Ooh, crafty.
Oh, I hate the music round so much. I wish it would go away. Mike Carter, please. 3, 4, 6, or 9?
I'll go with 9.
Number 9 is 90 Days. Did Pink ever have a song called 90 Days?
That sounds like it's related to like rehab or something, and I think she went through rehab, so yes.
That is great logic. Pink did have a song called 90 Days, and I don't know what it's about. I literally searched the Wikipedia article for Pink songs and stopped when I got to the numbers. Rowan McCabe, your last one. Number 3, number 6, or number 4?
6.
Number 6, 24 hours.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's just the amount of hours in a day, or as long as I've spent in rehab. Next up is Isma, please. 3 or 4?
4.
Number 4, 3 reasons.
No.
Correct. Pink did not have a song called 3 Reasons. And finally, Mike Carter, the last one, number 3, is 24601.
I'm going to gamble and say that's real.
It is not. It is Valjean's prisoner number from Les Miserables, which Pink was never in. Thank God that's over. I
should know
hate.
that.
Do you have a special relationship with Les Miserables?
No, but one of my best friends does, and he uses it for everything.
What, 24601 or the entire soundtrack?
No, just that number. He puts it on everything. Like, it's his username for everything. PlayStation.
Oh
Xbox,
no.
what.
Oh yeah, because I'm a big Les Mis fan myself, but I'd never, stick a reference. I say that, but then I stuck a reference in that particular game when it didn't even need to be. That's the end of round 3, and good riddance to it. It's time for round 4.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 4, as we all know, the Edinburgh Fringe is cancelled this year, as are a lot of festivals and comedy-related gigs. But luckily, I have brought 3 performers onto the show, and they are going to present a snippet from their cancelled show of 2020. And they don't know what the show is about. I'm going to tell it to them, and they're going to perform it immediately. We're going to start with Rowan for this round. Rowan, you were going to do a poetry show, weren't you? Because you are a poet, after all.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was going to be at the Fringe this year.
Yes, and I was really looking forward to it because it was called Ode to A. Milne, wasn't it? And I've seen a couple of the poems. They look really good. Please, Rowan McCabe, perform a segment of your show, Ode to A. Milne.
Pooh Bear, oh where did you go? I don't know. I believe you were written by A. Milne, where you assembled in a kiln. They have not yet made a film about you, as far as I know. But who knows? Who knows?
Deep stuff there, Rowan, and very well done for rhyming A. Milne with kiln. They did a film called Christopher Robin. I've never seen it, but I don't know if it was about A. Milne or about just Christopher Robin in the future.
Future Robin.
Future Robin, yes, that's Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Rowan, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points there. My pen is running out, so points may be faded by the end of the show. Next up, Isma. Oh my God, Isma Almas. I saw your Edinburgh Fringe preview for this. It looked really, really good. It's a full hour of Isma ranting about Danny Dyer, and oh my God, it is gorgeous. The twist at the end is amazing. But here, previewing the show is Isma Almas with her hour all about Danny Dyer.
The problem with Danny Dyer is that he's actually the lad and, from London and all of his Cockney slang. But what a lot of people don't actually know is that he went to Eton. That accent, that everything about him is fake. He is actually related to the Kents. He's married to one of the Rent-a-Kent's nieces, but yeah, he's actually really, really upper class. He has a really posh accent, and that is white privilege. He can fucking get away with it.
He can as well, can't he? Oh, but the full hour is amazing. You go full on costume. It's brilliant. I recommend seeing that next year when it comes back. I'm giving you 6 full points for that. So let's find a pen that works. So we do that. That's round 5 is called Where is a Pen That Works? That's fine. That'll do for now. Just remember that you've got 6 points there. Lovely. Okay. Next up, we have Mike Carter. And Mike, my God. Oh, this was a drama that you did. And we're going to do this year. Full-on drama. And it was about the early days of Bela Lugosi, who we all know played Count Dracula in the films. Mike, please deliver your heartfelt monologue on Bela Lugosi.
Well, everything I know about Bela Lugosi, I learned from two things. When I studied film at Edgehill University, where he played Dracula basically for most of his life in films, and he did a lot of touring productions with it. And then later on, he became, I believe, according to the film, Ed Wood, a morphine addict, and died subsequently through the production of Plan 9 from Outer Space. So they replaced him with a man who looked like him if he wore a cape. So for a lot of the shots in Plan 9 from Outer Space, Bela Lugosi, or the character, is walking around like this, because that's how the guy looked like from a distance. And Ed Wood loved him, and even though he was on death's door and a morphine addict, he kept putting him in films because he was just the biggest star he could get, and he could keep supplying him with morphine.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, very interesting, Mike. Very interesting direction you went through during the show, where a lot of it is just according to this film I saw. So even though how much of a heartfelt, dramatic interpretation it was, you didn't do much research for your big Edinburgh show this year, which is why I'm giving you just 3 points there. 3 points, because I didn't believe it was a show. Right, those are the points locked in there. It's time for round 5.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 5 is a quickfire round. It's called 23 seconds. I have asked my guests to prepare a specialist subject, and they are going to name as many objects from that specialist subject as they can in 23 seconds. The person in first place always goes first, which at the moment is Mike. Mike Carter. What is your specialist subject for today?
I'll go Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. So what, villains or just aspects of the comic Spider-Man?
I can do villains, yeah.
So, naming as many Spider-Man villains as he can in 23 seconds, here is Mike Carter, starting now.
Venom, Carnage, the Lizard, the Shocker, Electro, the Chameleon, Arcade, Scorpion, Sandman, the Aardvark, I think it's one. It's a very obscure one. I'm running out now of really great ones. Chance, Cardiac.
Okay. I've got you in there. I am going to have some questions, though. What the hell did Aardvark do?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
He wears an Aardvark suit.
Fair.
Yeah, is that why there wasn't Amazing Spider-Man 3? Because that was the only villain left.
Why is that not in a film yet? Like, I want to see the Aardvark one.
Yeah, we've had about 15 different Spider-Man 2s. One of them could easily be the Aardvark. Right, those are your points locked in there. Next up, in second place at the moment, is Isma Almas. Isma, what is your specialist subject today?
Types of biscuits.
Beautiful. Here is Isma Almas saying types of biscuits in 23 seconds, starting now.
Digestives, hobnobs, rich tea, nice, custard creams, bourbons, Garibaldi, gins, shortbread things, jack cakes, chocolate fingers, chocolate chip cookies, and Maryland rolls, blue ribbon.
And that is time just on the dot there, blue ribbon. I'm going to put it to the audience for this because there's one point that I am going to question, and that is, of course, the Jaffa cake. Is that a biscuit?
Okay, the issue is it's the biscuit if you can dunk it into a cup of tea. So that's the rule. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can dunk therefore.
Right. So my antidepressants I could dunk in tea if I wanted to, but I would never call them a biscuit.
It is a biscuit. That's
Excellent. Right. Please, doctor, prescribe me more biscuits. That's brilliant. Next up is Rowan McCabe. Rowan, what is your specialist subject?
I really wish I'd have picked biscuits now. It's a great one. I feel like I'm sort of culturally obliged to pick poets. But otherwise, I really wish I'd have done biscuits, really.
Okay, well, naming as many poets as he can. It's Rowan McCabe in 23 seconds, starting now.
Caroline Duffy, William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor, Coleridge, William Blake, Byron, John Betjeman, John Keats, Margaret Atwood, Benjamin Zephaniah, Michael Rosen, Rob Orton, Luke Kennard, Tim Wells. My brain's gone blank.
That's all right. That's the end of time. Yeah, a lot of them as well. I will say, Rowan, were clearly Spider-Man villains, so I don't know whether to add points or to take them away. Right, we have got our final scores here. In third place, he did very, very well. You're all in the 20s, by the way, which is astonishing. With 22 points, it is door-to-door poet Rowan McCabe. Very well done. Applause there for Rowan. Whilst you're here, is there anything that you would like to plug?
It is. It's for Cheltenham Poetry Festival, but it's online. It's on the 3rd of July. It's 7 p.m. It's free, but you have to book ahead. So if you go to the Cheltenham Poetry Festival website, you can book ahead.
Lovely. All links in the description below. In second place with 24 points, he made up a load of Spider-Man villains. It is Mike Carter. Very well done, Mike.
Thank you. I think I realised that I made up the aardvark.
Oh no, have you done research?
Yeah, I'm getting it confused with kangaroo. Yeah.
Okay, well, in third place with 23 points, it's Mike Carter.
Oh,
It didn't change the scores at all.
I think we're all right. I was going to say,
So
I think we should just count the aardvark as real, because, I mean, it should be, if it's not. That's a brilliant sequel.
we've already written the backstory, and, you know, they're clearly needing villains. Like, they're going to run out soon with the amount of Spider-Man movies they make a year. Mike, whilst you're here, anything that you'd like to plug?
I'm going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe next year doing the AAA late show. Other than that, I have nothing particularly going on.
Yeah, depending on when you're watching this, Mike is doing a show in 2021. Let's keep it safe and say that. But the winner with 26 full-on points, it is Isma Almas. Very well done, Isma.
Yay.
Woo! Isma, anything that you would like to plug whilst you're here?
Yes. Eat lots of biscuits and carry on washing your hands.
Excellent. Put it in the government text with the green arrows. Print that, put it on all the windows. That is what I'd like to hear. Guys, thank you very much for appearing on the show today. I've been Frizz Frizzle. My guests have been Isma Almas, Mike Carter, and Rowan McCabe. Now, can everyone please wave to the camera for 23 seconds as the end credits play?